Thank you, Commissioner, for your testimony. A couple of questions. Governor's proposed state-of-the-art weather detection system, and one of the things that I've been concerned about is loss of funding for stream gauges in my district. Is what the governor's proposing, could that funding be used to make sure that these stream gauges are fully active?
The weather detection system does not provide funds specifically for stream gauges. We do have funds as part of the New York Works 3 program that I mentioned to support the stream gauge program in New York. There is a shortage. We are fairly selective because DEC operates 106 flood control devices. So certain weather gauges are very important to us for the operation of those systems. Then, there has been decreasing federal support for stream gauges, and that's a concern of ours as well.
Okay. Also, just as a comment, I do agree with the reinstatement, the governor's proposal to reinstate the crossbow hunting. I had been approached by a number of my constituents that have spent $1,500 in getting equipped when it was legal, and now they can't use their equipment for crossbow, along with some handicapped individuals that the adaptation devices for regular compound bows just don't seem to work for them, especially if they're paralyzed from the waist down, being able to control themselves while they're drawing a bow just doesn't work. So they've been a strong advocate of renewing the crossbow licenses. So I just want to put in a plug for that. I think it's a good thing. And one of the questions I typically ask every year is dealing with foresters marking trees for market on state lands. I know you've done some improvements in the last couple of years, and just want to make sure we're still on track, especially with the invasive pest destroying some of our forests. I think it's imperative that we stay on top of it, mark the trees, get them to market before they're destroyed, and just as a general practice of good forest management. And you can comment on where we are with foresters. Have we been able to increase over the last year or increase the marketing of our timbers?
We have, but not as quickly as I would like. It's something that I have a lot of discussions with my forestry staff about ways, and mostly it's staffing constraints. But it's a very active program. We do get a significant amount of revenue off of state lands,
yes.
But people have to go out and mark the trees, supervise the operations. But I agree with you that it is an important part of the state's responsibility for managing its forests, and I'm going to try to increase our activity in the woods.
Can you comment on whether the revenues from marketing of our timber on our state forest, how it's on the increase over the last few years?
I can get you the numbers. I don't know them off the top of my head, but we have been increasing slowly over the last several years.
Okay. All right. Very good. Thank you, Commissioner.
You're welcome.